Angel here with a love reading for you guys, but this is going to be a little different. I'm going to be pulling in regards to you and your soulmate connection with someone, okay? With someone that's significant. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that the person that you're with right now is a soulmate. Soulmates, remember guys, are people in your life that come in your life to help show you something about yourself. It helps you get to your highest potential. They're not necessarily like life partners or love partners or anything like that. That doesn't mean that they can't be, right? They can be, but you have many soulmates in your life. So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be doing a relationship reading for you guys, a reading in regards to your love life, or maybe even your soulmate that you may be dealing with at this time, because everybody in our life, you know, has a potential to be a soulmate, and this is your opportunity now to see what is going on with you and this individual. Okay, so let's get started with this. I'm going to pull your Romance Angels card first. We're going to pull the Whispers of Love at the very end. And so you guys have Honeymoon as the card here from Romance Angels. I love it. It says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. That talks about taking some time away, really enjoying each other's company, really starting to grow with each other. But, you know, that kind of, you know, that exclusive night that you have after a wedding, where, you know, the wedding was for everyone. It was sure it's for you, but then honeymoon is really for you. That's what it's all about. So, that being said, let's go ahead and pull for you guys both. You're going to have your mental space, your body space, your soul space, and then the mutual things together, and the obstacle that you have. And, you know, you're going to have also the advice to overcome that, okay? Each person's going to have one. Mind, body, spirit. I may list them as something different moving forward, only because, you know, we can have a mind, body, spirit reading, but, you know, the situation is this, right? We're looking at, you know, how one thinks about, you know, what one thinks about, what one's feelings, you know, their physical appearances, how they kind of get off, you know, what they give off in their physical appearance, physical, you know, attributes. And then their soul, you know, the foundation, what is the fundamental portion of this, of makeup of the person, as well as, you know, what's connected between you and this individual, right? So, let's see what's going on. Okay, with the other person here. Go with whichever side really whichever side makes sense to you. Like, it's very similar to the old love readings I used to do regarding, you know, one side being one way and the other, and then the relationship in the very center. It's very similar, but yeah, so you're gonna have to pick the side that resonates with you. I usually would read for you guys here, but again, gotta pick the side that resonates with you the most. My body, all right, and spirit, foundation. Okay, two together. Obstacle. So your underlying energy is the Page of Swords. That's interesting. And the Eight of Cups. So truth is important, especially when it comes to one's feeling of not feeling satisfied. Okay, someone is not happy, not in a bad way though. I don't think it's not in the sense of like someone's pissed off or angry. So it's more along the lines of somebody, you know, someone definitely walked away from a situation, or somebody just definitely didn't feel like they were you know, they weren't satisfied. They weren't getting what they were looking for in the situation. Nothing really resonated with them as far as, you know, feeling fulfilled goes. Like getting exactly what they wanted out of something. But that didn't deter them from finding what truly made them happy. Now, the Page of Swords could be that this is about communication or saying something that's obviously worthwhile. And I feel like Scorpio, I feel like with this Page of Swords is also about, you know, personal truth, being honest with oneself, as well as gaining more information. I think maybe somebody may be spying to doing some sort of shadow work here. My mouth's a little dry, so bear with me. So, starting from one side, Justice coming up here. Somebody mentally definitely is looking for some sort of apology. I think somebody may have done something where, you know, they felt like there was some sort of injustice or some sort of imbalance here. Whether this is the person that believes that they're the one that did the injustice, or they believe that they're the person maybe, or is there some sort of need for accountability here. This person is very focused on accountability. Now, considering we have honeymoon here, it could also indicate that there's some sort of union or some sort of connection with this individual, or some sort of connecting with some individual here. Justice can indicate union just as much as it can indicate divorce. And I feel like with this kind of situation going on here, I feel like there's somebody here that, you know, that may want to kind of mend a bridge, kind of forget, let bygones be bygones, but only after someone admits to their truth. With this, you know, the sword here, right? Without the scales, and, you know, the sword wouldn't be, well, the scales wouldn't be there without the sword. So without truth and facts, how can you level these things out? And I feel like somebody might want a truth, so that way things can be leveled out. And it kind of corresponds with this Knight of Swords. Somebody's fighting for something, or very aggressive about some sort of truth. Mentally, they're going at it hardcore. They may have the mentality of a Gemini, right? So they could have the soul of a Gemini or something like that. Gemini moon, perhaps. But this also could indicate this person is just a Gemini sun or whatever. It depends. Either way, this also could indicate here that this person is plain old, just like, you know, Libra, Gemini energy here. That's very direct. Scorpio, you know, Pisces. But ultimately, though, I feel like this person is very aggressive about how they communicate. They really know what they believe in, but they don't need another side. They're kind of like, they're already on the defense, or the offense rather, ready to attack, you know, just quick like that without actually getting any information. And that's the problem, because I think this person here at least wants to know both sides of the story, trying to get some information. But this person here is not trying to do that. So this person is like really quick to go after something, go into something, you know. They got an axe to grind. Now, the physical aspect of this is that everybody's coming from a place of wanting to create something stable. This person's planning for the future, at least trying to see that there's even any potential for that with the Three of Pentacles here. Well, this other person here is already committed, ready to go, right? They've offered, perhaps this person even offers something of great value. And I feel like this person may be the person that may be offering this, you know, this commitment, whether this is marriage or this is, you know, trying to build something of great value, you know, moving in a direction of stability. I feel like the person here has the mentality of being ready to settle down and see where things go, right? Because this is a really big step. And I feel like this person right now is kind of trying to make a decision about, or maybe not make a decision, but they're planning for the future already. They're trying to see what the future looks like, if not making plans already to see about, well, not necessarily to see, but making plans in regards to how the dynamic of the relationship will work with moving forward, you know, with moving together in a very stable direction, with a very grounded direction. Now, the foundation, or the, you know, the root spirit aspect of this is death and the moon. Now, the reason why this person is going crazy here, kind of being combative, or this person's like ready to kind of, you know, bite your head off, really kind of, is because they're dealing with some sort of fears here. Now, the reason why they haven't fully committed here, which the Three of Pentacles is coming up, not like this individual, is because they're scared. They're scared. Each person in this reading shows a little bit of what they're going through. And this person here is slightly afraid of taking the step, committing to something moving forward. This person is defending themselves because I don't think they feel necessarily attacked, but they're attacking because they're afraid of what, you know, of commitment. I don't know if they're afraid of commitment, or they're afraid of what's to come, or what have you. They're not trusting of themselves, at the very least, anyone else. And this person over here with the death card coming up, this right here is telling me straight up, this person is going through some sort of, you know, some sort of new life thing, right? They're transitioning, they're changing, you know? And I don't think this person's necessarily afraid here. I feel like this person is going through a very difficult transition, allowing a new world to come through, but they're having to forgive something at the same time. So like I was saying with justice, this person may want an apology or some sort of justification. Someone wants someone to take accountability. But this is only for them to free up the space to actually, you know, truly embrace the Ace of Pentacles. Because there's not really a full-on commitment here, right? Even though this person is saying it, this, you know, the surface value, I think they want to, but foundationally, they're trying to make space for this. They're trying to make this happen. And that transition is not only bringing them new life, but they're also still having to forgive and allow things to be, you know, to pass through. Now, the challenge, what both parties bring to the table, and the challenge of this relationship is the Seven of Wands here, right? So the Seven of Wands coming up here is obviously defensive energy, protective, right? Everybody's super protective of themselves, super protective of what they're getting into. The challenge is being fearless, right? The obstacle, right, is being fearless, not, you know, taking things by the helm, going by and creating whatever it is that this, you know, both of these people want. It's fighting for it together and tackling a situation where there's going to be definitely some difficult times. And I feel like with the Queen of Wands, like, she's confident in herself. The confidence is there. And I feel like there's only one person that is at least trying to adjust. This person here may be finding it harder. I don't think this person is not trying to adjust, but this person is definitely making the stride to go in a direction where they're going to, you know, where they're, you know, not letting this pain, this disappointment, this stuff, to keep them from starting something new. Because you see the Ace of Pentacles and Justices here, right? They're not letting this past energy keep them from starting something new. They're going to try. But even when they do that, it's still a little bit of a defense mechanism. This person, I feel like, recognizes that they have the advantage. But this person has to recognize they have the same advantage too. It's just hard to see it the way that they've been, you know, it's hard to see it that way because how their foundation has been on the side of kind of fear, you know, scared, you know, kind of heading in a direction where there's no sort of, you know, there's no guarantee. And I feel like this Three of Pentacles with the Moon is like you're expecting a guarantee when you don't necessarily, you can't have a guarantee. This person can't physically have a guarantee. You know, it's something that they both have to, you know, this person especially has to discover as they go through, has to go forward, you know, and it has to trust their trust their intuition, go forward with how they feel. The Queen of Wands goes with how she feels, goes with what she enjoys, and this fear can apprehend this person from doing a lot of things, and especially make them aggressive. But I don't think that they're trying to be aggressive to be mean. They're aggressive to protect themselves. It's the lack of confidence in themselves and what they, you know, and trusting their intuition, trusting that, hey, even though something may not be exactly clear on where it's going, like this sort of confidence thing, this is what's keeping them from being able to truly, you know, be happy, to truly be in the honeymoon phase. But I feel like this separation, this time apart, this is just the kind of discovery of this, right? Honeymoon is about enjoying the bliss and holiday time together, and I think this break is really what's allowing the you know, the facades to kind of unfold. You know, and not facade, because I don't think anybody's lying or trying to cover anything up. Okay, there's the Page of Swords here, the Knight of Swords, and then the Moon. I mean, they are not very good liars, to be honest with you. They're very, you know, they just say what the hell's their problem. And the Moon coming up, yeah, like, there's nothing really to be hidden. With the Queen of Wands here, nothing really to be hidden. It's very transparent of what's bugging this person. But it's about coming at it from a place of compassion. Both parties are going through something very interesting, because at least this person has like the awareness almost to kind of be open to, you know, counseling, if that makes sense. Consoling this individual. I don't think this person's radical or losing their mind or going crazy, but I do think that this person needs to understand, or needs to feel like they are supported in some way. They have to do it by themselves. They have to feel that, you know, that stability and you know, that sense of self on their own. And I feel like this honeymoon time, this separation from the world, you know, and spending time together, you know, and relaxing and being in a non-stressful environment, even if this isn't a literal honeymoon, this could be like really helping both parties, you know, see each other from both sides, where they're coming from, and help find things and help build a foundation that both works together with each other and a healthy relationship. And yeah, I think that's what's going on here. Wow. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at your Whispers of Love. You got some interesting stuff going on here. Wow, choose love. And as to what you should do. You always do. And this person, the way that they're acting is always, it's coming from a place of trying to protect themselves. They're not trying to be horrible. They're not trying to be mean. And if they have been aggressive, they have been protective of you especially, right? If this isn't you, right? If you're protective, they're protective of the person that they love, protective of the person they're greatly passionate for. It's because they're afraid. There's something that they're afraid of. So give this person time, but also communication is a really big thing. Talking it through, getting more information, uncovering the darkness is the best thing. And the best way to get through an energy of such, you know, great intensity is by talking about it. At least talking about it, but also trusting and going through and facing the fear. What it is, whatever it is that's making this person so skittish or so afraid, it for them to really face it. I don't think this person's trying to run. I think they're going in and trying to fight for this. But the thing is, it's just, it's this period in time, this honeymoon, I feel like it's what's going to help them through. Or this, you know, this connection with you and this individual. But they have to kind of do it on their own, if that makes sense. The Queen of Wands is a very independent card. She's very independent. She does things on her own. So she, you know, this person may have to do their own thing on their own, in their own time. Alright? Alright guys, this has been your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments how you know, if this resonates with you or not. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye now.